So I'm Steven, and I'm a professor at UNC. I'm also the CEO of Blue Sky Robotics. So in 1937, in Winston-Salem, there was a very famous company that started there in the industrial district. Do you know what it was? Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme had this idea of making these donuts. They were starting in Winston-Salem, and they were using the distribution method. So they were selling large amounts of donuts to the grocery store. So similar to what we have at some things today is that you can go to the grocery store and buy it. That was their main business model. And it wasn't working great, but they were surviving. And they were in an industrial district, and when the guys would take a break from working in the factory, they kept coming over and I could smell those donuts, that smell we all know, right? And they're like, can we have one? They're like, no, we sell to the grocery stores. They sell to the grocery stores. They kept saying this over and over again. And then one day, while the business partner was out trying to sell to grocery stores, the kind of innovator who created the recipe, he took a very important tool. We call this automation, and he took automation out and knocked out a wall. And he knocked out a wall to make a window so that he could sell donuts one donut at a time. Well, now Krispy Kreme is super famous for their donuts, selling millions and millions of donuts every month, and that grew to need for automation. So many people wanted their donuts, their business grew, and so they created the first automated donut machine. And essentially that was all about dropping it into a very specific way, to a specific temperature, at a specific time, and he was able to give consistency. He actually was not trying to solve a labor problem or anything like that. He was trying to say, I want consistent donuts every time. And no matter what the location is, I want to make sure that the location has a consistent donut every time. And so that's why he built that. So we now have 1.8 billion Krispy Kreme donuts a day, and those are all done by automated systems that are augmenting humans involved in the creation of those donuts. I hope that one day we'll all be as successful as Krispy Kreme, but there's a lot of things that we can learn from that and from some of the other things. So today we're going to talk about robots, AI, automation, and kind of how all these things go together to help solve different problems for people. Michael Hyatt's a book I read, I like the author. One of the things he said was, automation means solving a problem once, then putting the solution on autopilot. So as we think about automation, sometimes we think about robots. Sometimes we think about conveyor belts in big factories. Those do those things, but it doesn't have to be that. There's great automation in making your job a little bit easier at work. So you could argue that making a good rule for your inbox to help you manage your inbox is automation because it's solving that problem over and over again and something you don't have to deal with.